So I'm making an audio track to go with the video from this game. Normally, this footage has no audio. And this is just the things that I talk over when I go over the game with my son Dempsey. The video's a little shaky in the beginning, but then when I find the proper height and learn the controls, it gets a little better. We're just going to be talking about different strategies we could do differently, particularly for him, but I comment on a lot of things. Right now, we're getting a little too bunched up as a team, all on this kind of near side of the field. I'm using near side to describe how close we are to the fans. There's really no point of Walker coming over there. The play there is to Kaysen. Walker comes over, it takes him from an advanced offensive position away, and now we have 7 people all covering the same area. Probably a handball there by Kaysen. Good job by Kaylee getting that out. Dempsey has to play this outside to Walker so he can run onto it. All right, when the ball goes out our back line, so the end line or the back line where the 2 flags, where they do the corner kicks and where the goal's situated on, that's when we got to start setting up in position. Kaysen's got significant power in his kicks. So there we go. Now we start to rotate, and I really like what I'm seeing from Red, the spacing they have here. Probably wouldn't have gone straight up the middle. You have more advantage on the side. The plays to Dempsey, and then probably back towards the middle. Definitely towards the middle. I think we have Jack and Walker that were rotated there. Plus, it's an easier shot when you're kicking straight on. Dempsey needs to stay on his side of the field. There's really no purpose of him coming over. Now, if he were on his side of the field, we'd have a good chance of a goal. A little bit of jogging. All right, now here, one thing I noticed that Brianna seems to always do well is she always keeps her spacing. The play is, if you can get it over to her right now. She needs to move up, though. She needs to get on the box. Yeah. But right where she is right now, that's probably where she should set up when Dempsey's off on the wing. And again, you should be seeing that Kaysen's mostly controlling this, so we should start moving out in position. Dempsey going more towards the far side of the field. It was a beautiful throw-in. Good aggressiveness by Walker to stay on it. The play is to quickly to Dempsey, if he can do it. Just took a little too long getting there. I thought Buckingham did a much better job this game of staying disciplined in their spacing at times. Normally they just kind of follow the ball like a swarm of bees. All right, the play is to Brianna if you can get it to her. Cross it to the middle. You've got 3 people on you. Right, you've got 4 people, 5 people. Yeah, and kind of a decent cross. It needed to be a little bit more in front of the goalie. But when you have multiple people on you, that means multiple members of your team are open. So if you get 3 people on you, you're generally not going to beat 3 people. 1 person, 2 person, yes. All right, the play here is back to Kaysen. No point in doing that. It's too crowded. See, if you play it back to Kaysen there, he's able to control it. The girl that's near him, she's pretty good, but I don't think she's a threat to him. And then he could play upfield. Great aggressiveness by Walker, and that's why you always pursue the ball, even when the other team looks like they're going to control it. First challenge by Kaylee was good. Second one, she tried to jab the ball away instead of just staying in front of him. But this is good. All the red players fan out and go to their positions, and it makes you much more difficult as a team to guard. I don't know what this ref is doing here. It's a lot of energy exerted to grab a piece of debris. I would say probably the play is to the far side of the field, to those players. Yeah, he likes just kicking as hard as he can, but generally just not towards the other team. Build up the play from the back, hit the defenders, and let them bring it up. And that's kind of the consequence of that. You know, we were in good spread out position, but the play went towards the middle, and then we never regained control. All right, what I'd like to see you guys do from this kickoff position is have one person start on the attacking side of the field and just kick it backwards. I think Jack is the person you'd kick it backwards there. What that does is it allows Buckingham will pursue Jack, and then Jack punts it to Dempsey or Walker there. And there's probably two less people they have to beat. And plus they get it with momentum going towards the goal. All right, people need to move to the middle. You can't just stand there and watch. All right, but you see how we've got all 8 Buckingham players are all on the far side of the field. I don't know if we're doing a throw-in or a corner kick. Yeah, corner. You just bloop it over them right to the 18-yard box. I mean, it's not 18 yards with these guys, and then right to Brianna. She's got excellent kicking strength when she's running onto it. But the players will get demoralized if you never pass to them when you're doing it. If you're always trying to sneak that shot in, they're not going to try. But yeah, the play is definitely to try to hit Case and Brianna here. You don't want to walk towards the goal because it kind of allows the defense to react to you. You want to kind of stand outside and charge in. Now Buckingham's in a much better position because we've given away our hand. That was a good looking cross. It didn't make it through, and that was good to take the shot. You probably want to lift it a little bit. It's always a good idea to lift it because you never know when you'll get a handball from it. And even if you do lift it and there's no handball, the only one that can stop it is the goalie. I guess these other kids could get their hands on or their heads on it, but you want to lift it high. Now see where the goalie's positioned near the near post. In those kind of situations, you're not going to sneak it in there. It's when he gets off the line, off that end line, is when you could try to sneak it in off a corner. Again, the play here is, I don't know if he's got the strength, somehow play it back to Kaysen. He's uncovered, and even from that range, head on, he's got a pretty solid chance of making that goal. Now, typically the players, they want to do their run, and when I say run, they run directly towards the goal, right as you do your run up to do the kick. Like when you walk in there, the defense responds to it. Oh, and see? Well, did that earn us a handball? Yeah, that earned us the handball. So if you elevate the passes, your good things are going to happen. Generally, you'll get a handball. It might break free. It might leak out the back, and then a player that's running on might get it. Now, the big thing that's obvious here, and I'm sure Kaysen noted it, was where the goalie's lining up in the goal. You can see he's in the first quarter of the left side. I mean, you don't have to overthink this, which is surprising because he's a really good goalie. But I've seen our goalies do that too, and it's probably just an awareness thing. So this one got called back because the ref had not blown his whistle. Another thing we need to do a better job at, notice the Buckingham players on the top part of the 18-yard box. They look like they're getting ready to sprint in. After a penalty kick is kicked, you absolutely run in, because if it gets deflected, it's a live ball. Our players don't really do that. Goalie's lined up on the wrong side again. Kaysen puts it in again. But again, that opportunity we earned because we got that corner kick up high and got the handball. Now, Dempsey, you got to get outside of that circle when they're doing the kickoff. You can't be in there. He can't touch the ball twice either. Good aggression. You know, you've got to think when you're one of the forwards, you know, the striker, anything that comes on the attacking half of the field is fair game. It's your ball. You have to always approach it aggressively. Anytime the other team has it, they have to turn around, and that's a very vulnerable time for them. That was a good play up to Jack, I believe. Jack took a little too long playing it to Walker. As soon as Walker started to make his run, Jack should have tapped it to him. Walker can build up momentum and really make a lot of good things happen. All right, in this situation, I'd probably have maybe Kaylee passing it into Kaysen. Definitely would never do that. It's never a good idea. Passing it back towards your own goal. Okay, very good job splitting the defense. And look at this play. Because he was able to do that, he plays it upfield and you guys get to run onto it. I think that's your best offense. When Kaysen was booting the ball up the field and you guys ran onto it with momentum, both you and Walker, you're fast. And it's difficult for them to control the ball, turn around, and make the intelligent play. Now, always don't take this time off. Always fan out, and don't look at their eyes. Everyone guard your own little section. Because right now we've got 3 people right next to each other. That's Reese, Jack, and Dempsey. This guy, he kicks it to the midfield circle. He's got enough leg to get it there. Yeah, so everyone running up was just poor idea. And they get it. Kind of a fast break from it. That was a pretty good stop from Kaylee. You know, kicking it outside is smart. Very dangerous. Now, Jordan needs to know that he can go to the second box. Somebody has to tell him that. I don't know if you have told him and he's just not receptive, but he's given up so much of the field that you can see that second rectangular box is half of this defensive half. So if he could just go there and do his punt, he's now gets the ball to midfield every time. Now, one thing I stress is knowing your opponents. Now, there's a couple people from Buckingham that are noteworthy. One is the kid with the red hair. He's very aggressive. This is the play. Passing it back to Kaysen. He kicks it upfield. You guys run onto it. I mean, that was beautiful. That you were a hair offside. I can't mess up the audio recording, but you started your run just a little bit too early. But that was beautiful soccer. You know, once you saw, what you have to be doing is watching the ball, watch Kaysen's motions. When he's getting ready to boot it, he always taps it off to, in front of him to the right. He's got his head down, and then he punts it. You started your run just a hair too early, but you would have had a goal otherwise. Now, back to the red-haired kid. He's very aggressive, so you're not going to outrun him. Very few people will outrun him. Maybe Zach, but he is susceptible to quick change of direction moves. And you do that several times in this game. And he will wear out at the end of the game because he plays so hard. Second notable kid is this guy right near Brianna in the screen. Number 8, glasses kid. Very fast, excellent throw-ins, good kicks. He's smart too. He recognizes threats when he plays on the defensive end. That was a good throw, and Brianna's strong. She doesn't really make many mental mistakes. So again, Orange is going to try to pick up speed. Oh, good, you cut him off before he got going. Sorry to call him Orange. I think his name's Grayson. I'll call him that from now on. All right, this is Jack. Walker's a hair off sides. They let it go. If he could... Oh, wow. That was a beautiful shot or cross. Very good by Walker, just narrowly missed. But what you want to do in that situation, when you see someone's going to shoot, and Walker tends to shoot, you want to charge the goal. If you would have charged the goal, you could have seen that coming, and maybe you would have deflected it in. But that was a good play up by Jack, and then good finish by Walker. And this is great with Jack, too, so that's changing fields. Everyone's on the far side of the field, and Jack kicked it over to the near side. And if nothing else, even if nothing happens from that, they will get tired. So there. Now, Grayson knows that you're a danger up there, so he will often just kick it out. Now, if Kaysen would come up, if he could switch places with Kaylee, the play is back to him because he can control it. He's got the footwork and then play it across the middle to probably Brianna. Brianna needs to stay disciplined and stay back down on the near side of the field. Oh, here she goes. And that was good. She's got enough leg to be able to score that. She just must not have got that cleanly. But we got to get that spacing in. That's how we get our goals, not from just that huddled mass of bees. Now, what I'd like to see with red here is you got to have one person run to the near post. That's the post where the goalie has. Near post is always the post that's closer to the ball. And then far post is the other one. You want one person running to each one in case the ball trickles free. Now, in this case, all of Buckingham's people are near the near post, so you want to get it up high to Kaysen. The goalie's too good. You're not going to sneak it by him. And he's about a midfield punt as well. So when he gets the ball, know that's what he's capable of. That was a good challenge by Kaylee. Because, on the counterattack from set pieces, a lot of teams are vulnerable. So just get it out of bounds and let things reset. But again, you'll notice everyone's on the far side of the field. We need probably Brianna in the middle circle and then Dempsey in the front part of the middle circle. If nothing else, that will draw defenders away from that. It'll be less congested. So again, this is good work by Kaysen. Waits till they come up, punts it over the top. Didn't quite get where he needed to be, but it was still good. And he'll do it again. Oh, he's getting cute. Oh, the head fake. Here we go. And then now you're golden. You've got basically fast break here. Walker. Ugh. That's unfortunate, but that's good offense. That was a great play up by Kaysen. He waited to lure the Buckingham players in and then punted over the top of them while also switching fields. There were 3 elements of good there. All right, they need to call each other off. Reese should have pivoted upfield since she's the forward player and let Kaysen take that. He could have played it up to her. All right, great job, Walker, getting, stretching the field, and he pulls that defender. Now, one of the problems with that, Kaysen tried to get a little too cute. Not sure what's going on. One of the things I think would benefit Benji if he did some type of lower body training, like lunges, because his propensity is he moves a lot at the waist. And that's, I feel like one of the things that limits him from going down and grabbing the ball. He doesn't seem as fearful of the ball as he used to be. All right. That was a great defensive series by Kaylee there. She pursued the girl, was aggressive, stayed on her. No idea what just happened there. Looked like Kaysen touched the ball with his hands. But okay, so just like Walker's flashing to the middle, if you could, well, you kind of got it blocked, but you see how Walker and Brianna both flash to the middle? That's the play. Everyone follows you. So if you could somehow cross the ball, get some lift, it doesn't have to be near the goal. That goalie's too good. He'll clean up. But just a little bit in that kind of faded part where all the grass is grown, or grass is gone, would be where you want to plant that. Okay, Kaysen needs a flash up by the ref. I guess Jack's doing it, so I think that's Jack. Yep, that's Jack. And good aggressive charge there, Dempsey. You never know when the ball's going to squirt free. Now that was probably 2 mistakes by both of our defenders there. Just trying to charge up and poke the ball away. You generally want to slow people down. You don't want to poke the ball away unless you know you can get it. Somehow you can catch Walker. If you could, hit Walker. That was a very good spin move. So that would have been tough for you to get it to him. You would have had to do some trickery, but that was a very good spin move. And then Brianna gets it over in that spot. That was a heads-up play by her. He did the double fake. He needs to punt it. He's got to punt it. All right. This was a limitation with a Buckingham player. She did a great job being aggressive, taking the ball from Kaysen, but she's unable to finish with her left, so she had to loop around and try to come onto it with her right, and it was just not a good angle for that. All right, now you see how the red PEFYA players aren't spreading out like they used to. We've got Lilius in the good defensive position there, but there's nobody here on this near side. Never want to pass the ball back to the goalie. All right, and this is good. He's baiting them, and you see how the 2 Buckingham players are coming up. Now, when he flicks the ball in the air, that doesn't seem to work. He doesn't really seem to have that down pat yet. Good job by Jack to change fields. Dempsey, you need to, yeah, there you go. Come off of Reese. Don't need to crowd her. But yeah, always stay aggressive when you're an offensive player, because you never know when they're gonna give you a gift. And that was a gift. They slowed down. Now the thing I'm noticing here is, look where all the Buckingham defenders are. Now Kaysen and Jack they're smart. They're sneaking by it. Sneaking behind him, and that's perfect. That's perfect. That was a good, clearance by that defender. That's that number 8. He's a good player, but we need people to charge in when you're doing that. If you charged in, they've got a better shot at getting that. All right, so this is better positioning right off the bat. Kaysen's by the far post. You've got Reese, Jack by the near post. Somebody should probably, they call it check. When you run towards the ball, somebody should check towards you to draw defenders out of that box. Let's see if you can get it high. That was, that was good. It was probably needed to be about 5 feet in front of where you placed it. But that was good. It was high, but it was a little behind your people. So whenever somebody's doing a corner kick, a throw-in, and again, that was a pretty good play by Kaysen. You guys have to be ready to charge in when he's doing it. Pay attention to Kaysen's movements. He has a couple I don't know what that was. He has a couple tells when he's about to do one of his patented punches, his punts. And that was a very good kick, but we didn't have anyone there. Too many people on the far side of the field. Brianna needs to back up. Truthfully, I think Walker should be back since he's playing right side. the 4 defenders that are all just clumped there. All right, this is number 8 throwing. He's got a significant range. He's going to throw it over everybody's head. Yeah. Well, that was a great stop by Kaylee there. That saved something potentially bad. Looked like he had a little curve on that kick. Good job cutting back inside. Generally, you want your moves to cut more inside than outside. In those situations, maybe the better play would have been to flick it off to Walker there, but you got a good shot. Just probably want to pull to the opposite, or push it to the opposite side of the goal. But in a split second, I'm not mad at that. You got a good shot on goal. Now you've got him hemmed in. Now he's about midfield kick. He snuck it by you. There's all kinds of bad. So we gave away possession. Benji can pick that up. You know, after he drops it off of a missed kick, the missed punt, and try it again. That's a handball. That was a great job by Kaylee again, coming out. She's doing a good job pressuring the ball. That was bad. If you noticed, what happened there is those 5 defenders, the red defenders, were all on the left side of the near side of the goalie box. And that's how the Buckingham player, when the ball squirted out, he was able to have a head-on shot. Okay, and a goal kick, we need to maintain that spacing. Somebody needs to come near side on the defense. Somebody needs to come near side in the midfield. Here comes Jack. It looks like the play is definitely to Jack. 100%. If we can get it quick. Benji's got to run to the end of the other box. Yeah, see, by not running those last 5 yards or so, you know, the one defender was able to get it. He did it again. So we're getting hemmed in here because he's giving up those 5 yards every time. Good job. Great job by Jack to get it, break free, and then cross it. All right. So this is the one time Grayson didn't try to kick it out. He rushed it a little bit. So you had 4 defenders there. Keep making them dance. Put them on skates. Go left, fake, go right, just to get a little bit of spacing, and then you got to cross it to Walker. Walker right now is in the perfect position to get it. I don't know if he was there when you kicked it, but when you get trapped over there, stay calm. You've got enough handle to, you know, hold the ball for a while. But just try to get a little bit of spacing and then flick it off to your teammates. All right, Kaylee with a little bit of mistake. You don't want to charge in there when you're the last line. That was a good stop by Benji. Would have liked to see him, you know, get a little bit lower in a squat and use his hands more. But I think that's just something neuromuscular. He's not there yet. I think he's got to work on doing that, practicing getting low, getting his booty down and his chest up. All right, we're getting a little bit better spacing here. What I would have here is have Lily take the pass and then pass it to Kaysen. See how they're kind of man guarding you guys now? It would be hard to get it through. So if Lily tapped it to Kaysen, then Kaysen can bring it up to the end of the 18 box and then punt it. And then by that point, all the Buckingham players would charge in. All right, he got it through. You've got something. That's too bad. That was great job splitting the defenders, but you have to target that shot. You can't kick it straight at the goalie. That was an excellent kick by Kaysen. Most of your offensive opportunities in this game was generated by Kaysen's long balls. Now, Brianna has got a decent throw. I would... Yep, that's the right play. Oh, we don't need that from him. Very lucky. You got to give credit where credit is due, and Buckingham had a lot better passing this game. That was a good idea by, I think it was Memphis, perhaps, that played it over to number 8. Okay, Dempsey, you need to stay on your side of the field. There's no point of you coming over here. Got attempted murder on that little girl. All right, this kid's got range. No, this isn't the kid. This kid doesn't have the range that number 8 does. I don't think this is number 8. But still, Dempsey, it's the end of the quarter. All right, so it's halftime. It's a very bad sequence. Again, I can't back it up, but as the guy was dribbling on the far side, all of red drifted towards him, and then you had that run of 2 or 3 Buckingham players behind him. Luckily, he didn't put enough mustard on the pass that they couldn't get to it fast enough. All right, Brianna's got a pretty good leg, too. It's similar to Kaysen. I wouldn't give up that yard. I would bring it to the end of the 6-yard box. I'd probably play it right up the middle if she can do that. They don't have their strong players there. That's what she did. Harley probably should have let her finish that. It's just like pinball right now. Jordan has excellent reaction time to those balls. He's got great attention span with it. I just wish he would run to the end of the 18. Excellent job splitting through the defenders. I'm okay with the shot. It was a good shot. Reese was a little bit late getting up, but had she gotten up sooner, the play would be to kind of cross to her. But again, this is knowing your teammates. When you get going up a line like that, they're likely not going to stop you. So if your teammates reacted and cut towards the goal, better things would happen. I think you would see the pass a little bit better. Now, this is tough. Kaysen's not in. So, with Brianna doing the throw, and she's probably one of the better throwers there, you don't have somebody with the leg to boot it downfield unless she could find Jack. Kind of look like a handball. Yeah, and they called it. I thought this ref, for as little movement as he did, he nailed a lot of the calls. Dempsey, you were offsides there, so it's probably good you didn't get it. It's a good clearance by Osage. A little risky. It's just a fraction of a second late, and it gets by him. That's a very smart clearance by Brianna. You know, it'd be so easy to just kick it straight off the end line and give him a corner, but a throw-in is much less dangerous. So when you're a defender and you go to clear it, generally you want to kick it out of bounds on the side and farther upfield. Like if you can angle it so it goes back towards the middle of the field. You can tell by how he's bouncing he's going to do a running throw, which means it's going to go a little farther than a normal throw. All right. That got dangerous because, again, our defense wasn't disciplined. Somebody's got to stay wide in case the ball squirts out that way. All right. Walker's got to go. He probably should clear it now. They're catching him. Again, not enough time to really make that distinction. I would try to get it over to Reese. Well, let's see. Got it to Reese. Dempsey, you need to go. You need to go. Well, it's good you didn't go. But as soon as she gets it, you want to go in that position. You could play it up here to Reese, or Walker would be the better play. Walker would have been hard to see. It's easy to see these things from the sky, but Walker was in a good position. You got a good shot on it, just a little bit off target. And one of the good things of having Walker up front there is he's kind of one of the people, if it bounces off the goalie, he'll go up there and finish it. So you need to cut towards the goal fast as you can. I don't know on what planet that's not a penalty. Their guy got there late and got Walker in the penalty area. Jordan. Could you work with Jordan a little bit, trying to get him to come out of that initial box? It really looks like he doesn't know that he can. This was just a terrible sequence. Who is the defender there? They can't back off and just let him get a free shot. And goalie shouldn't back off either. Is that Jack there? Now Jack has a leg, and yeah, so good. Walker needs to go. There's no point of him being there. Jack's got a leg. Yeah, see. Kind of a wasted opportunity there. Certain players on her team you just got to know. Kayson's got a leg. Brianna's got a leg. Jack's got a leg. Dempsey, you've got a decent leg. Now, I would go far side of the field, go to that far post, because you'll draw defenders with you. They're concerned about you, and that makes it easier for your teammates. But when you stand there, they say, well, I can stand here, guard Dempsey, and still kind of help out if something breaks down. All five of you are too close. Now you're running into each other. All right, so we talked about it a couple minutes ago, Osage being risky running in like that. Again, the defender's job is to slow them down. Play up to Walker now. So do you see how that looked? Now you're looking at it from this viewpoint. They had, thought it was 3 defenders. I'm seeing 4 now. But they all reacted to you. So if you get the ball, control it, and then flick it up to Walker, they won't stop him. He'll have too much momentum. Now, what I'd like to see here is somebody to, again, check to the ball. So where they run towards you just to throw the defense off and open it up. I would probably hit Jack here. Again, you're going for the shot. You can't go for the shot when the goalie's standing right at the near post. It just doesn't work. Until you get the leg to lift it up above, so it goes like this and in, it's not going to work. But the play would probably be back to Jack. He's shown he has the leg. Plus, he's running onto it from this side with his right foot. he would have a good shot at goal there. Right now you're standing too close to Jack. It looks like Lily's standing too close to Walker. That, I think, was a mistake Brianna made. She should have controlled it and kind of brought it up. There wasn't any pressure on the ball. You really only want to get rid of the ball when somebody comes on you or you have a chance to score. And that wasn't one of those situations. All right, now I want to highlight the back line. When people say the back line, they mean the defense, right? So I think that's Harley, Brianna, and Osage. They should move as a unit. You want the line to be flat. Like right now, Harley's behind, and then he's coming up, so that's good. Now Brianna's behind. And those aren't bad, but you definitely don't want one person drifting backward. Like right now, Osage is back. And if he were forward, he would put both the Buckingham people off sides. Good move. We need somebody flashing down to the middle. Maybe Walker there? Oh. Ooh. So yeah, that's a similar situation to the Brianna one. That was a great pass. Jack just needs to stop the ball, take a moment, and then kick. He can score that. And if not, he can even flick it on and let Walker run onto it. But to one-time a kick while it's moving in front of you is one of the harder things to do. All right, now you see, you're spread out, and you were in position to do something great. Your first touch was bad, and Grayson was able to exploit it. But the spacing is what had created that opportunity. This is bad. Gotta love his intensity there. That was a great move by Walker to come up and not just let number 8 corral that. And that was a smart play by Brianna. Sometimes when things just are devolving and breaking down on defense, time and time again, you just got to get the ball out. Get it out, reset, allow people to kind of get in position. I like what Walker's doing here. Even though he's a forward, he's checking up here so they don't just have an easy play that way. What kind of question?
Are we gonna play French?
Not during my recording. All right, yeah. Brianna's got to put it on the corner. You don't want to give up just a yard there. Maybe that yard is what causes somebody to get it when they otherwise wouldn't. Okay. So Jack's calling for the ball, but he wasn't quite open yet. Now he's open. Now you need to get it to him. But he needs to go towards the goal. If you can flick it, and that was okay. You tried to flick, somebody came in and made a play. Lily probably shouldn't have kicked that out of bounds. But again, if you don't get a lot of touches on the ball, when you get it, it's kind of a nervous time. But Dempsey, when you get on the side and people enclose around you, you got to be thinking, draw them in, and then flick it over the top of them. See, right now, looking at the defensive line, see how Osage is back. He needs to be up because in line largely with Brianna because it's more likely to put the other team off sides. If you have one defender that kind of languishes back, they'll never be off sides and they can make a lot of runs behind you. Now, the thing you need to worry about in this situation is when number 8 throws it. These other guys don't seem like they have the same strength and technique to be able to flick it up. Dempsey, I think you have excellent spacing here. I would like to see maybe Osage drop back with you. There's no need for him to be there. There's really no need for Brianna to be there either. They've got enough people there. Walker definitely doesn't need to be there. See? Well, it's kind of one of those things. If Osage is back, maybe we clear that. But we had a lot of just action at midfield where it kept going out, and our spacing started to evaporate as kids just start wandering over. You know, well, what's going on over there? Let me check it out. So again, you got to start at the mid. See that little dash right at midfield line? You're like starting from a random spot. Now the play, when you guys have two forwards there, just kick it back. Tap it back to Brianna. Let them get sucked in, and then you and Walker go upfield. I think that was a mistake by you, not being in your position when Brianna did that cross. See, again, I think is that Lily wandering over? She doesn't need to. Just stay wide. Harley needs to stay wide. Oh, Jack's kicking it. Go towards the goal. Now, you don't want to go off sides, but definitely go towards it. Well, it didn't work out, but... If nothing else, when you go towards the goal, you draw defenders with you, and then it makes it less likely they're going to block the ball. All right, so you see how you're drawing defenders? Oh, down he goes. So you're going to draw them. You're not going to have a play out here. The play is to Walker. Make a little bit of spacing, and then try to flick it to Walker or Reese. Now, Walker needs to stay wide, though. Walking towards the ball isn't what we need right now. Reese is walking towards the ball now, too. Like, we're losing so much of that, offensive spacing, and it allows Buckingham to guard us easier. Now, I think it's Osage needs to be up on that defensive line. I don't see him on the screen. It looks like Brianna's talking to him. Now, Walker's quite a bit offside, so even if that pass squirted through, it wouldn't have been good. So again, I would do it in this situation, even though Brianna's one of the better throwers, she's got the best leg out of the defense. I would have somebody pass it backwards to her and then let her punt it up. Again, why do we have three people surrounding Walker? There's no point to that. One of the things I want you to do is, on every situation, think, what happens if I get the ball? What happens now if I get the ball? What am I going to do? That way, when the ball gets to you, you already have a plan. It's not a thing, I'll get the ball, let me look up, oh crap, people are here. Always have a plan. So when you're crowded like that, you're not going to have a good plan. And now they're getting another run. All right, so we got Kaysen back in, and I kind of wondered about him sitting out the third, but he did a lot of running around in the first and the second, so we definitely needed him fresh in the fourth. It's unfortunate we didn't convert the opportunities we had in the third, and we gave up that one goal, but it wasn't too bad. All right, 3 people on the ball, we don't need that. Now we've got 5 people all... Yeah, so this is the kid. This is number 8 that can really throw it. We got 5 people too close. Perfect throw in. Good job, Brianna, breaking it down. Walker needs to take it up. Yes, that's one of those things. He would have been better served bringing it up. He would have had one guy to beat. Casey needs to shoot. He should have shot. He took a hair too long. The shot has to come off of your first move. Rarely do things get better after you do your first move and then you get closer. People converge on you. Now, this is a situation we want somebody on the near post, somebody on the far post. If we can get this kick off quick, well, yeah, it's perfect time to change out the balls. So right now, like Harley doing runs in and out, Jack going in and out, like, yeah, you're just wasting energy. You guys want to line up on the outside of that 18-yard box and then run in. Maybe one guy inside, maybe where Jack is, just to keep the defense spread a bit. Yeah, that was okay. I would have thought Kaysen, but Kaysen was being guarded by number 8. 8's too fast. It would have been too risky. So your job, or what you did kicking it high, was good. The throw-in wasn't good there, but... Again, nobody is stretching the field down to the near side. We've got all 8 PEFYA people on that far half of the field. Now, Kaysen's got a good throw. He'll throw it over their heads. Jack runs onto it. Dempsey, you got to be faster to the goal. See how you want to be even with him. Right now, it looks like you're about 10 yards behind. Not that you missed an opportunity there, but you could have. So you got to be farther upfield. See where their last defender is? You probably want to be even with him. There's no point of you walking towards that blob. No point. You need to back up and get in front of the goal. Brana should probably come to the midfield circle. Well, I guess I got the ball now, so never mind. Yeah, see, that throw-in wasn't ideal, just into traffic. Casey needs to get closer. I mean, he's the person we probably want to throw it into. Walker needs to bring it. Ugh, that's okay. It's hard to control the aerial ball. Now he just need to go. Go. No, don't think about it. Just go. And see, Kaysen should charge up. Like I said, if you want to play offense, you got to play aggressive like that. Because he, played aggressive a little late, they made a turnover. A lot of parents thought that was a great play, and it's interesting, but to me it looks like the ball was going in before he hit it, and then he deflected it out. We don't know if it would have went in, but that probably wasn't a good idea to try to flick that up. And anyways, you probably want to get a little closer before you take that shot anyways. All right, somebody needs to be flashing to the middle. Kaysen's got the ball, you got to go. He hit the woodwork, yeah. You guys got to see this. When certain players on your team, when Kaysen has the ball, when Dempsey has the ball, when Walker has the ball, they're sharks. They're going towards the goal. Don't stand back 30 feet behind them expecting a pass. If you can cross it, and that was an on-target shot. It was just a little weak. Need a little stronger. But another play you could have done is cross it to your, the middle where Kaysen was waiting. It's a shame you guys didn't get a goal here, because their goalie is having a similar difficulty as our goalies of getting it out of our end, and has fallen in love with the punts from the 6-yard box. Okay, see how Dempsey, see how you're standing this far away? That defender is standing there because you're there. So that's one of the reasons why you do the spacing. Not because you necessarily, I want the pass over here. it spreads them out, and that will make Kaysen's job easier. Another thing that I would recommend is probably have one of your offensive players, maybe Kaysen this point, stand in front, like way up in front, just outside of the box. That will affect the goalie's kick. They will think about it differently. And it won't let them just get to, well, I guess the defender's kicking it, but it makes them change the trajectory just a little bit where it's not ideal for them. If you have just one person up, if Kaysen or Walker went 15 feet forward. You gotta, charge that goal. That was similar to your play, I think, in the first quarter, where you had that fast break and you put it right at the goalie. Good goalies will make saves from anywhere, but bad goalies make saves when you kick it straight at them. And I don't think this is their kind of all-star goalie that's in right now. Too crowded. You got 3 defenders all in the same spot. This is bad. It's good of Walker to kind of come back and help. He really shouldn't have to do that. Unless he's playing midfield. I don't know what he's playing at this point. He's kind of going all over, so he might be midfield. This is Brianna's kicking this. The play is the near side to Walker and Jack, kind of high. And perfect. Got to do a quick throw up the line. See, we didn't need Kaylee and Osage there. A lot of things you guys got to do is just trust your teammates. And again, we're chasing Grayson. Don't really need to do that. They need to go out of bounds right now. He reminds me of like one of those dogs that just have endless energy. Just running in circles in the rain. Yeah, it just needs to go out. Once we're struggling like that, it just needs to go out of bounds. They're pressuring us too much. And they're losing composure. Kaysen is too close to Walker. Again, you're like aiming for the goalie. Just, you had time. You're too composed to be rushing shots like that. One more flick outside, and you would have had a much better and a much stronger shot. But again, good things happen to you when you stay disciplined and stay on this side. Like in the absence of you, it looks like everyone's not only just on the far side, they're really on the far side. And in those situations, you don't need to beat 6 people. You just need to beat 1, and you beat all 6. Yeah, there it is. That was the thing where it just looked like you guys were just tired and you weren't playing smart. Everyone got clumped there, and then you got a player that could run. He ran by one and ran by all of you. Again, ball's got to be on the hash mark. You guys have a weird formation here. He's just punting it. Nobody's running up. That was a beautiful shot. That was a very quick answer. But you see how you played that differently than the time before, where you tapped it to the left, you had a little bit of spacing, and then you hastily did a shot, and it just didn't have the mustard. This one, you tapped it to the side, you pulled it back, you let them come at you, then you did a move, got by them, and then you really loaded up on a shot. And it was in the left side rather than straight down the middle. You got to get out of the circle. And that girl's just, this isn't the NFL. You can't get a running start into the attacking half on a kickoff. But I think that ref was probably pretty exhausted at this point. I think that's Harley. Play is up to you. Got to play it up to you quick. No, play to Kaysen now. You got to go to the goal. Kaysen's taking this shot. Yeah. Do you see his body language change? Kaysen, he either takes a big kick or he does like a lot of footwork. When he's doing a big kick, it's just different. Head goes down. He starts to kind of position the ball. He does that setup tap. So in those situations, you got to cut to the goal. That's where the magic's going to happen. Again, we got too many people guarding the same spot in the middle. Looks like Jack Walker and Kaysen. Again, Dempsey, you got to go. He should take that shot already. Ugh. And again, in this situation, you guys are too young to see that, but you are wide open. One of the things, if you start calling for the ball, the defense hears you, then they start responding. Cut to the goal. Goal now. Goal now. They got to cut to the goal too. Yeah, that was an incredible save by that guy. Incredibly lucky. But in those situations, both you, once the ball flicked on to the middle to Walker, you've got to start cutting to the goal. This is happening. The play's developing. And then when you cut to the goal, they need to cut. Or like when you had the ball and you're swinging to the left side, they need to cut to the goal as well. Because at that angle, your shot's either going to ricochet off or it's going to cross in the middle. All right, good job coming back over and to this side. They don't need you over there. They've got plenty of talent. And you see how you're there, you drew 3 defenders away because they were all concerned with you. Good attempt by Jack to kind of keep it there. Keep it on that half. It's hard to get out of your defensive half on a throw-in. I did a little rubbernecking there. Okay. That certainly wasn't the play, but people weren't getting open for him either. We got to teach Walker the running up throw. He's so strong, he would probably be able to do such a good throw. Kaysen doesn't need to come to that. He needs to stay on his side. It was an unfortunate slip. Now, at some point coming up, my camera's going to run out of juice. And it's going to start landing by itself. This is amazing here. He's trapped within 3, and he kind of gets through. And I will go silent.
Good job, Kaysen!
Debsy to the goal.
Dempsey to the goal. Fuse, can you get my gimbal ready?
Get up the field!
Good pass, Dempsey!
How do we get it ready from here?
Follow up.
See ya, PK.
Chloe.